Okay guys, we just arrived at the retreat camp, and Jeremiah and Josh were like, what, you have a YouTube channel? I do. It's called Table for Seven, guys. Okay. So you'll have to go subscribe if you haven't already.
When I have no service.
Yeah, they have no service. And that's Tristan. Hi, Tristan. Hi. Hi. Ooh, there's a ranger or something. Okay guys, here is Alexis and Nelly and Miranda. Wait, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture.
Oh yeah.
Do you have your windows down? It's gorgeous outside.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Can I feel the light? Oh yeah, you can.
Back from retreat, and my weekend was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. As much as it was enjoyable because there was lots of peace and quiet, I did miss the kids. Of course I missed Ruben. Why are you crying, Evan? I don't know. Oh, okay. Anyways, and so like I said, Christopher was on retreat, and Miranda and I were on team, and the kids, man, guys, our youth is so stinking amazing. They are super close at our church. They did a phenomenal job with the retreatants. Christopher was a retreatant, and they just overall the entire weekend had a whole lot of fun. I did vlog a little bit when we got there, and I introduced a couple of the kids, the boys that I took with me. Those were boys that were on team. The grounds were absolutely beautiful. We had to drive through this like creek bed, and it was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We got there on Friday. The retreatants got there Friday evening, and on Saturday we celebrated Mass by the river. Like, there were cliffs on the other side of the river, and I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful. No matter what denomination you are, whether you celebrate Mass or you celebrate service, wherever, in whatever way you gather to worship and praise our God, I mean, to do it by a river, to hear and see His creation right before you was such a gift. I mean, I have to say, it was very hard to concentrate on the actual Mass and what the priest was saying, and the readings and stuff like that, but because it was a beautiful morning. The weather was perfect. You could see you could see fish in the river. It was just beautiful, beautiful, picture perfect, peaceful, beautiful way to start our day. And so, of course, with every retreat, you know, you're not supposed to really share anything, especially record anything, stuff like that, because we want to keep the surprise and the not knowing of what's going to go on a surprise. So, of course, I didn't vlog anything as far as it pertaining to the retreat itself. I don't know if some of you feel this way, but I oftentimes like feel overwhelmed. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, as far as like my everyday life, what I do, I care for kids. I care for Ruben. I try to be a good daughter. I try to be a good friend. And I'm trying to raise my family. And sometimes the monotony of the every single day routine from sun up to sundown can get boring, and sometimes I just feel like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing what God put me on this earth to do? Because if not, like, I want to do what He wants me to do. And oftentimes, like, I don't think us moms in particular really share that sometimes we don't feel so fulfilled. Like, sometimes I don't feel fulfilled with just being a mom, or being a mom, being Ruben's partner, and being what he needs me to be for him. Like, is that enough? Is this it? Sometimes, like, I don't know how to word it so that it doesn't sound so harsh and so mean. But this retreat was without a doubt for my kids. I wanted them to see me there. Ruben was able to stay with the kids, and they're at a good age where he can definitely care for them, put them to sleep and feed them and all that good stuff. And so that's why I wanted to go. I felt that this retreat, I don't know, I just was called to go. So without a doubt, it was definitely for the kids, and I went for my kids as well. But I kind of wanted to get something out of it too for myself, and I certainly did. I definitely had to get, like, I had to pray for peace while I was there, because my head is always just constantly going. And he gave it to me. He gave me the peace that I needed. And I can't even tell you when exactly it happened, but it happened more than once while I was there. And I just got, like, validation from him. I can't even, I mean, I don't even know how to express in what way I received it, but I know I felt it in my heart. And me being a servant, which is basically what I think I am, like, not, and I don't mean that in a bad way at all, but that's what I do. I serve my children. I serve my family. I try to serve my parents. I try to be a good sister to my brother. I try to be a good friend, and I try to be what my cousin Jackie, who is like my best friend, needs me to be for her. Like, I don't know, I just felt like, I don't know, while I was over there, I felt proud for the first time in a really long time to be a servant, to serve those that I love most. Anyways, I loved, and I'm so grateful that God, like, validated me. That's what I felt. I felt that he validated me and, like, whispered to me, I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is enough. What you're doing is a gift. Be a good mom. Like, nobody, like, I notice how great of a mom you are, or how sometimes you don't want to be mom, but you do it anyway. Like, I'm proud of you for doing that. So I don't know, I just felt that immense validation from him while I was there. So I wanted to share with you ladies, and I'm totally, like, laying myself out there, but if you are like me sometimes and you just feel that you're invisible, like, it's the monotony of the washing of the dishes and the serving and the making meals and dropping children off, picking them up, taking them to practice, and it's like at the end of the day, like, is this it? You know, like, did I do enough? Is this am I okay with me just being a mom, whether I work, you know, 8 to 5 and then I take care of my family, like, it's every single day, it's the same thing. It is enough, and what you're doing is fantastic. You don't have to enjoy it every single day, but you're doing a good job. God notices what you're doing, and he's proud of you. So keep doing what you're doing. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that because I feel like that's what I got from this weekend, and I felt like that's what God told me. I'm proud of you. So if you're in that little rut, it's totally okay, but just know that God is proud of you, and people notice how phenomenal you are. So keep doing what you're doing. That was a whole long explanation of what I got from the retreat, but super funny story. So we had zero service while we were there, okay? On our way home, at some point, I was driving and I was bringing back 4 boys. At some point, we received data. And when we did, of course, my phone blew up with texts and stuff like that. So I briefly grabbed my phone and I saw a text from Ruben, and I'm like, why? And immediately I thought, why did Ruben bother texting me when he knew that I had like no service? Everybody else probably didn't know. So I read that Ruben had 2 texts. Like, I briefly saw that he had texted me twice. One of the texts said something about life-threatening. Those are the 2 words that I saw, life-threatening. And I was like, oh my goodness, life-threatening what? But I couldn't read the rest of the text. I'm on a highway, we were going like 80 miles per hour. And so I asked Eric, who is Miranda's boyfriend, I was bringing him home. He was sitting next to me, and I asked him, I was like, babe, can you please open up the text? And Ruben texted me something, can you read me his text? So, long story short, basically the text was like, my love, the children are fine, everybody is fine, nobody is hurt, but something happened. But it's not life-threatening. And I was like, Eric, please tell me that he said something else. Like, is there no other text after that? And he's like, no, that's it. I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, babe, I can't keep driving and like not knowing what the text, what happened. So I asked Eric, I was like, babe, can you please call Ruben for me, put him on speakerphone? So this is what Ruben said. Is somebody here, babe? Okay, I'll tell you the story in a little bit. Because we got to where we needed to be.
That's my dad's.